Heads out on circuits, well on course for potentially his 99th career pole position, his 71st in MotoGP. I mean, come on, Mark, how many more Tissot watches do you need?
Goes in deep into that first chicane in turn 1 and in turn 2, so this sector 1 should be a little bit off where it needs to be.
It's 4/10 off through the first sector, although that is a personal best still for Bagnaia, which indicates he didn't get the first sector right on his previous run either. Morbidelli right behind him. Then we have Zarco in picture as well. Fermin Aldeguer just continuing his incredible morning so far. He's currently 4th. He's just set the fastest first sector so far.
So on that tyre gap there, Bagnaia is on a 5-lap old front, Bradley, with that brand new soft rear tyre. I mean, you hear riders talk about how a new soft can overpower and overload the front. I mean, is that something that these guys are having to deal with? Is it a significant issue?
Yeah, sometimes. Obviously, it's difficult to know 100%. Frankie's jumped to the hard front tyre, it seems. So it's just rider preference, also how you have your bike set up, headstock position, and front fork height, normally the dictators of what front tyre that you need to use. Normally, if you have it a little bit further away, you can get away with a soft. If you like a headstock a little bit closer to you, need the hard. And then we have seen some crashes on the hard, so maybe some riders just opting for the safer option of running the soft out there.
Bagnaia was briefly up into 5th spot, immediately though punted back to 7th because Morbidelli and Zarco directly behind him used him as a reference and immediately nudged Pecco back onto the 3rd row of the grid. Second fastest goes Fermin Aldeguer. This is brilliant. Second fastest rider in MotoGP history around Le Mans in just his 6th MotoGP. So no wonder this.
Talk about a commentator's curse.
Yes.
But when you're doing those type of lap times, you are so on the limit and you're just trying to get, that extra little bit out there. So, it's a shame to see it, but also, fair play, to do that lap time and then go again. It shows that the guy's got some true heart and grit out there.
It's really scuppered the next attempt for both Quartararo and Marquez because they came through the first sector and saw the yellow flags, and that is what looks like an LCR Honda on the floor. That is Johan Zarco also down. So Zarco, who had actually just lost that lap time he'd set, which put him on the 2nd row, he lost it due to track limits. He's back in 10th now, won't be improving on it.
Seen that crash, garage there, front end washout a million times, haven't we, Bradley?
Yeah, he was wide on the way in, just missed his apex on the way in there. We're talking again by that 30 centimetres, and it's just enough to put you onto the dirty side of the racetrack and push the front.
And once again, as you alluded to, it just shows how much or how close on the ragged edge, on the limit, on the knife edge these guys are in qualifying trim.
Yeah, it really does. I think the yellow flag's just gone away, so Alex's lap should count on this one. He's within touching distance, which is very impressive considering Mark's lap time. But I think Mark done the damage in sector 3, so let's see how Alex is at the end of the chicane.
Aldeguer's crew chief Frankie Carcetti looking on rather pensively just to see if his rider can hold on to the front row of the grid.
This will be very impressive. If he gets one over his brother like at this racetrack, very impressive indeed.
This would be awesome. At the moment we're potentially going to have both Gresini racing Ducatis on the front row of the grid. This might be delivering some late heartache here for Fabio Quartararo in the home car, because Alex Marquez threatening to push Quartararo off the front row here later in Q2, and he does. A 129.571 from your world champion leader. He gets a big round of applause down in Gresini Racing. So despite his crash at turn 3, Aldeguer is still clinging on to a spot on the front row.
Quartararo has just started his final flying lap. He's now 4th. Bagnaia has just gone up into 5th on a 1:30.047. We're following Bagnaia too. He's not improving on his last lap, so it looks like Bagnaia is stuck on the 2nd row at best.
And Marc Marquez having another pop at his 129.442. He was rapid in the first sector, was the 93. Vignales on the 12 bike over the line with just under 50 seconds remaining, up into P6 with a 130.112.
Personal best in the second.